Hello, Speed Gaming, and welcome to another matchup as part of the Super Metroid Any Percent tournament in Speed Gaming Live 2021. Today we've got apathyduck going up against Zmusic. I'm Glove. I'm joined by Eddie. Eddie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Glove. Very excited to calm this race. Two very strong runners. Just super excited. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anybody will deny Zmusic has a pretty strong advantage here, but Duck is still a really good runner. And of course,
Yes.
it is any percent. It is new route. Anything can happen. Well, Duck actually is a member of the Church of PKRD.
I am also a participant of the Church of PKRD. Definitely love that category. Sorry, not category, that route in particular. That new route, but you get that nice juicy time save, but a little bit safer.
Yeah, I mean, with PKRD, you can get as many as like 5 tanks very naturally. If you pick up Kraid tank, Ridley tank, and then Botswoon.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that Kraid tank coming into that lower Norfair. If you're just kind of making that transition from KPDR to PKRD, or if you're a new runner and you want to really, really challenge yourself, probably die multiple times before completing a run, but you want to challenge yourself. It's definitely a good way to get into that new route because you'll have that extra tank if you grab the Kraid tank in lower Norfair. Really helps that survival. The survivability is just really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Duck is a player who, he's extremely good at Link to the Past, extremely good at that randomizer, at SMZ3, Super Metroid randomizer. And one of the things that sort of carries for him across every game is he is a player that does not like taking safeties. Like he generally plays races as though they were PB attempts. And if I'm not mistaken, actually did PB in a race somewhat recently.
Yes,
Uh,
yeah, Duck actually had a 45 for quite a bit. I was absolutely certain he can get that 44, very confident in it. And I think in the last race that he had, actually was able to get that high 44, but he is now a member of the 44 club with his
awesome.
PKRD route.
Yeah, a little bit of troubles there for Duck. The final room of Sarah's escape is where things can just go to heck.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the worst one.
But yeah, Duck does not normally take safeties, and against an opponent this strong, I certainly don't see him doing anything different from his PB attempt route here.
That being said, Duck's route, PKRD, as opposed to Z Music's, more traditional optimal route, PRKD, is kind of inherently a safety in it itself. I
Hmm.
assume at this point, if you were to push any percent, he would probably switch over to PRKD. Uh, I think he just wanted that 44. That being said, uh, one of the advantages it has is because Lower Norfair is that part where you're going to die very often as a new route runner. Duck does have that information advantage on Z Music. He's going to be fighting Kraid while Z Music is heading down to Lower Norfair. So if something really bad happens to Z Music, let's say he loses like a minute because he has to grab like the Firefleet E tank or something, or he has to like take he gets stuck on the key interstellars because he does one hit and he's in a bad spot. Duck absolutely can use that information to, take the lower Norfair route a little bit more conservatively if Z Music either dies or loses a lot of time in that spot.
Yeah, that's a really excellent point. I hadn't thought about how putting off Lower Norfair actually gives you more information compared to your opponent.
Yes, it's definitely interesting, especially because of Lower Norfair escape when Duck is heading into Lower Norfair, and let's say Z is heading out of Lower Norfair. That's probably the most dangerous spot. If you were running the exact same route, it's probably not the smartest thing, but if you wanted to, like, if you assumed that your opponent was going to die, you would save somewhere. You sort of get that benefit without really losing much time by running PKRD versus your opponent's PRKD. That being said, of course, you do sacrifice, somewhere in the realm of 15 to 30 seconds, depending on how much you have to farm to recover the supers going into Meridia.
Yeah. And when it comes to farming methods, I believe that Duck does opt to skip Ridley tank and farm one of the pirates, leaving LN.
Yep, absolutely, totally valid thing. You can grab the Ridley E tank, you can farm the pirates. If you feel that you're healthy, you can farm the bugs. Heading up to Meridia by the Croc entrance. I think we'll see how Duck plays it. I think usually, as you said, he does approach it by farming the metal pirates.
Yeah. Clean climb there from Zmusic. Oh no!
Ooh, that was a big fall. The
Yeah.
parlor, just like that, Duck catches right up. Z had that little slight little advantage. He's still a little bit ahead, but yeah, that fall was that was kind of a big fall.
Yeah, should be like a 40, 48, 49 bombs.
Yep.
Yeah, 48.
It's 48 bombs.
And
Duck right
then like
behind.
50, 51 for Duck.
Yep. So both players definitely neck and neck right now. Both opting to do the pixel perfect bomb setup on Bomb Chorizo, where Bomb Chorizo will immediately hop back. Let's see how many rounds it takes to finish this fight.
Really good spread there for Duck.
All right, 1 round BT for both.
Yeah. Duck did get bonked, so let's hope. Okay, the
That
drop
door
spread.
opened.
Yeah. Drop spread kind of worked out for Duck. He did take a bit of a safer strat though to collect as many as possible.
All right, both runners heading up to that Bryn Star. Will not be seeing any KPDR shenanigans today. Both of these runners will be almost certainly heading to Fantoon first. I'd be extremely shocked if they didn't otherwise.
Yeah. If Duck went Crate first, in literally any category that gives you the option to go Fantoon first, I would be amazed.
All right. So Z and Duck both heading down. Let's see what kind of strat they employ in this pre-early supers room. All right. The typical Z runs off. Ooh, Duck doing that little buffer jump off the elevator, saving a few frames right there. Definitely makes that setup a little bit harder. Nice D boost by Z. See if Duck can get this as well. Not quite. That's okay.
And unfortunately, Duck doesn't pick up that health. Not a huge deal. You'd feel a little bit worse about it if it were missiles.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely want those missiles carrying it all the way over to that Fantoon fight. Definitely something you don't want to do is run out of missiles during the Fantoon fight. Ooh, Duck
Oh
getting
yeah,
blasted a little by that bug right there.
yeah. I had a rando match the other day, where it was boss rando, so I didn't know it was gonna be Fantoon. I walked into Fantoon, had no missiles, proceeded to get a fast. I
How
just
do you even
couldn't.
approach that?
You just don't.
Did you have super missiles?
Yeah, I could have done 5 supers. It's true.
Oh wait, but if it's a rando, did you have charge beam? Now that's kind of the
No, I
scary
didn't.
part. Okay, yeah, because then the pseudo screw strats. If we
Yeah.
don't have that, the enrage is actually kind of spooky.
Yeah, enrage can kill you pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely. That's oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. All right.
Really nice, yeah, really nice section there from Zmusic. I feel like bombs to power bombs is actually kind of underrated.
Oh yeah, for sure. Runners like Z, when they're like really on pace, you'll see them get that 8-3x power bombs time. Not sure if he's gonna get it this time because a little bit of a. I think he lost a little bit of time in that bomb section earlier, but ooh,
Yeah, just
pretty darn
a couple
close.
little things.
Yep, 8-4x,
40, wow.
real clean. But Duck not too far behind. Duck got that
Yeah,
851.
I mean in a race setting, I think most runners are going to be happy with anything sub 9.
All right, but all that can matter very little coming up with this moat room. We'll see. I feel like now that we're getting into the later stages of the tournament, we haven't seen too much struggle with the moat, but things can break obviously. So we'll see if both players can get across without losing too much time here.
Yeah. Now Duck is an HBJ main, so
Oh,
that
does he
could.
forego the CWJ?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh,
Good
CWJ
frame for
attempt
Zmusic.
for Z. Can he get it? Excellent. All right. Oop, Duck stream having a little bit of hiccup there.
At a critical juncture.
Didn't look like he had the CWJ frame there, so he probably will be going for that HBJ. We'll see if we can get that audio switched over to Z's. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, not great to see Duck still here.
Yeah, it looks.
Oh
Ooh, that's
no.
another fall. So, yeah, it definitely looks like that might be the second fall that he took. But we'll see if he can get over.
There we go.
Nice.
That's not huge, right? Like that's not insurmountable. But against a player like Zmusic, this is not the situation you want to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we have Zmusic heading over to Fantoon. Let's see what kind of pattern he gets here. Not the fast.
Not the mid.
So it's got to be the slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
Nice
Wow.
doppler by Z.
Yeah, that was sick. Should be able to 2-round this. And a two round with at least one on-screen Doppler is really good.
Yep, so he's getting that slow. Not really the pattern that he wanted, but nailing that 2-round. Really well played by Zmusic.
Yeah, so slow, but double on-screen is really good.
Now we have Z starting this Fantoon fight.
Yeah.
Not the fast again. Also not the
mid
mid. So it's got to be the slow.
I feel like I'm on like Dora or something right now. Oh, that's good enough for a 3-round.
Yeah, but yeah, not looking like the 2-round. Let's see if Duck can get the mid here. Yep.
So at this point, he's just gonna do this on screen. Yeah.
Yep. And then
he should be able to take care of it with just 2-2 and then a super.
Yes, absolutely. All right, we got the slow mid.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I really don't think he needed more missiles there.
I guess he might have lost track of the count. I can understand that. Sometimes that happens when you're doing a 3-round and you're kind of hoping for the 2. But that's...
Oh, God.
Oh, no. That's not good. So Duck right there, what it looks like to me is he shot 3 missiles, maybe in a little bit of a panic, but, you have to do 2 and then a little delay and then another 2. So, yeah, Duck having a little bit of trouble on this Fantoon fight. Fantoon's got to have only, like, 1 health left, honestly. Yeah, that was 1 missile. Yeah, not the kind of fight that you want to see.
Yeah, which does also show that Duck did not need that Doppler earlier.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, Z was heading over to bowling. Another kind of critical moment of the game. The kind of spot that, okay, Z gets across just fine. Now, that's funny. I feel like in a race setting, normally when you do a PB, you don't sweat the bowling alley too much, even though you're at risk of dying literally in 3 hits if you don't have at least 180. Now, that being said, I feel like sometimes in a race, it's a little nerve-wracking because you start overthinking it. You go like, oh my gosh, I could actually just die here and lose the race. And that can get a little bit... There's no restarting at that point. So I feel like sometimes, you can get a little nervous. We have seen some people die at bowling in this tournament, and it's always a scary moment of the run. Okay,
Let's see this attic from Duck.
Yep.
Ooh.
Gotta get that. Oh, didn't get the atomic. Okay, has to wait a little bit. Okay. Using some more resources than he'd like, but time was
Yeah,
not that bad.
and mercifully at the end there, he got hit by the atomic, not the key hunter.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you definitely want as much health as you can coming up for this bowling and just everything overall.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get hit by anything in that attic, 99% of the time it's a key hunter.
Yep.
Either the first one or the last one.
All right. So Z opting not to farm any of the supers on this cac, just opts to skip it. And Duck not doing any sort of backward debut strat in bowling, just takes it and gets across just fine.
Yeah, I think it comes into what you mentioned earlier. The backward deboosts, you're confident you'll get them every time, but every now and then you'll mess up and you get a regular deboost, and suddenly you're at the risk of dying.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Zmusic picking up the favored beam of New Route, the Spazer beam. Pretty much just need that to be able to kill the bosses a little bit faster because you will not be getting that plasma.
hmm Yeah, it does also make certain strats in areas like North fair nicer. There's different things you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. One in particular I think of is the high jump boots room, the actual room where you have to break the block. If you have the little
Yeah.
P shot, you have to you gotta shoot like the right pixel in between the crack. Spazer, it just kills everything. It's really nice. Alright, so we do see Zmusic heading down the business center. So no PKRD for him. And I would expect Duck to be heading to the right to create where when he gets to that elevator.
Yeah, no, I will be interested to see what Zmusic does in terms of safeties, especially seeing at this point he does have a pretty sizable lead. You know, he can't just lollygag, but stuff like Ridley Tank is certainly not going to change the lead by itself.
Yes, absolutely. We have seen Z in some instances. We've also seen other runners, Lynx and Gebu notably. They have saved in the prior to entering Lower Norfair. That might not work out for Z if he were to actually die, because Duck is quite a good runner. That being said, he does have time to just take the save if he wants to. It's just that I don't know if he'd necessarily be in any sort of lead if he were to die after taking that save, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the main reasons why you would take any sort of save is it's sort of like insurance at the end of the game if something happens in Mother Brain or Turian.
hmm
Because, let's say you take that save even in Lower Norfair, and your opponent and you both die in Turian, well, in that case, you automatically get that 20-minute advantage, essentially.
Yeah.
So, if anything were decided, that would be. So, we have Duck heading over to Kraid second. It's not. I don't think this is not any sort of like disrespect thing that Duck is expecting Zmusic to die or anything like that. This is just the route that he actually runs. So I don't think Duck would actually be comfortable running any sort of a PRKD route, as would I. We're both PKRD runners.
Yeah. Even generally speaking, I don't think taking things safe is a sign of disrespect to your opponents. It's more a thing in rando, but like, for example, uh, like let's say, okay, there was a race actually that I played where I was playing against in Rando League, multi-world versus Sloaters and Cutie. And we just sort of played our game as normal. Sloaters died to Mother Brain 2, and we took the win.
Yes.
And oftentimes, if there's somebody who is quite better than you, that's your best out.
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, Duck getting that
So
nice little debut stuff that Kraid spikes
yeah,
as Kraid was dying, picking up all those resources as fast as possible.
yeah, I love that strat.
Hmm.
But yeah, so in some instances, it can actually be better to play safer than normal against a better runner, and just uh, I don't think you ever want to I don't think anybody's ever happy about winning because their opponent died, but sometimes that is sort of your best chance.
Yes, absolutely. So definitely we're having a little some technical difficulties here, but we have Duck heading over to that Kraid E tank.
Yeah.
Almost certainly will grab that. Nice little mock ball coming in there. That's actually pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Duck is catching up. Zmusic's losing a lot of time here in Pre-Cathedral.
Yeah, he's just Samus is just hanging on there over the crumble blocks. When is she gonna go down? All right, so we will be seeing Duck heading over to that upper north row. We'll now be going down that elevator. So essentially, lagging behind Z Music a little bit intentionally, uh, and not really so much at the cost of that much time. So at this point, I think Z would probably be heading into that lower Norfair section
Oh, well, pretty close.
in the next minute or so. Looks like a little bit of a desync here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Z grabbing that wave beam, we'll be heading straight down to the. I forgot what it's called. It's called like the other forgotten one or the remembered highway or something like that. It's pretty much the only place you see a new route. Apparently, I was not aware of that because all I run is new route.
Yeah, it's useful in some instances, in other categories, but almost always in a PR situation, I guess.
Right, let's see. This lava spark, very crucial trick. Let's see if you can nail it.
Yeah, honestly, very nice.
Nice.
I'm almost a little bit surprised he didn't just go for the safer gravity jump,
Yep.
given his lead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things that's it's a little hard to determine where you are when someone is doing a different route. That might be part of it. But
Yeah.
Z also opting not to take that save. We have seen him do that before in other routes, but I think he understands that he can't take that sort of the save is nice, but dying will not necessarily put him in a good spot against Duck. So I think he understands that and opts to just go.
Yeah, and just barely gets that pillar spark. Nicely done.
First room of the game. So he does a nice little wall jump strat here.
And the
Ooh.
lag reduction, nice.
Excellent worst room in the game.
Yeah, that lag reduction is really hard to get. I still just count myself lucky when I get it.
Yeah, you have to lay the power bomb pretty much at the very top height, and you have to get the right jump speed or run speed for the jump. Definitely hard, and so he was able to get that. Oh,
Ooh, that's really bad.
okay. He's gonna have to take this kind of slowly. Okay, he's fine. Oh, takes a hit right there. That's okay. Z is just gonna go save after that one. Does not want to die here. Very understandable.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have taken that save if he didn't take that hit from the key hunter.
Yeah, and that's that's pretty much the last chance you get to save until after you've escaped LN, because you don't want to save there on your way back up. It makes the key hunter patterns really bad.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that key hunter room that you saw, when you come back up there, there's a very specific way that you have to do it when entering it from the bottom part. And if you don't enter it and you save in that room, then things go wrong and you'll probably just get smacked 15 times on the way up, and that's never fun.
Yeah, shout out to Zmusic for going for the double KO anyway.
Nice freeze frame. Looks like he's about to get hit by that metal pirate, which is never good because I don't think his resources are going to be hot for the Ridley fight. We can expect.
How much, yeah, he can farm. Honestly, I wouldn't even be that surprised to see a farm to full before Ridley.
Yeah, so almost certainly looks like he's going to get hit right there. Um, we don't get to see it, and I think what he's going to do is going to super the last, use the last 3 supers to take out this metal pirate, and
Mm-hmm.
then in that pre-Ridley room, he's probably just going to sit there for like 30 seconds just farming until he has the resources that he wants to do this. But that is pretty important. That's the kind of information that Duck can absolutely use, knowing that Z lost a lot of time in this Lorne Warfare, having to save, having to farm, and information that he'll absolutely be able to use going into this lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
right, so
absolutely. Stream should be back up in just a little bit.
yep. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're on a SpeedGaming servers have been quite popular recently, especially with the SGLIVE, officially starting. But see if we can get this coming up soon.
To answer a question in chat, I duck typically 4 tanks. There's, I guess, there's technically a justification for doing PKRD and only 3 tanking, but like, I think it's pretty weak. It's literally, it would literally be for lava jump or like gravity jump, and that's it.
Yes, I feel like when you're running PKRD, it's sort of like the intro route to PRKD, and I would expect that very often you would just get that fourth tank. I feel like the main benefit when you're going for a PB in PKRD is that you're going to be able to um, finish runs just a lot more than you would otherwise.
Hmm. Unfortunately, we did miss Zmusic's Ridley fight, but we can see that he decided to pick up that Ridley tank. I think that's a great choice in pretty much any instance when
Absolutely.
you're racing.
Now, that being said, Zmusic's super count is looking a little bit sketchy. You you don't really need that many. Oh, Duck taking a fall in that worst room in the game.
Yeah,
That's not
and
good. Has to reset it.
yeah, the reason they call it the worst room in the game, it is far from the most technically demanding room, but if you mess it up, oftentimes the only backup is fall down, you leave the room, and come back in.
Absolutely, because those pirates, they just ninja wall jump everywhere. It's kind of hard to predict their movement, and they will hit you like a truck. So it's often the wisest decision is to just restart the room.
I'm trying to think here. Honestly, the bigger deal is that he has 0 supers and basically no missiles to go with it.
Yeah. So
If he had like 10 missiles, then he would be fine, even if he only got the CAC. But he really wants a super from that other waiver in Bubble Mountain.
yeah. The main issue is, mini crate does give you a lot of missiles and whatnot, but you really want to make sure that you have the appropriate missiles going into Meridia. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the bot 2 and quick kill, and just things will go wrong in general.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets absolutely hooked up, so and looks like he'll be completely fine, but we'll see.
Yeah. Two is all you need.
Theoretically, Mini Kraid could just give him all health.
That's true. The odds of that happening are so astronomically low. I believe it was calculated recently by Stachio. Yeah, DeCalled in chat bringing up a good point. It's pretty likely that the low ammo was caused by a health bomb at Ridley.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I think he came out with 3 missiles and like 1 power bomb. That seems like a really good chance that's what happened. Okay, so we have Duck going into this Ridley fight. Not with the greatest amount of supers either, so
yeah.
We're really acting a little funny right now.
Yeah, so hopefully Duck can do math in his head. I'll be honest, I use all of my missiles and supers in the beginning of the fight, which is terrible. But I just hate, I hate doing math.
Yep, that's fair. Typically, the line I will use is I'll use the missiles in the beginning. I'll save the supers from when Ridley turns red. When Ridley turns red and you have 10 supers, that means you just have to do 9 more charge shots. And then for every super you don't have, you just add 2 more charge shots. So, Ridley just turning red right now. That means that Duck needs 15 charge shots.
Alright, yeah, and Zmusic's fine now. He'll have 9 supers, assuming he missiles Minicrade, or 8 if he supers Minicrade.
Yes, so he'll be entering Murder with 6. Oh, Duck is getting low on health. 2 hits from Ridley.
Yeah, and you... Okay, gets through. Yeah, you want to be able to take at least 1 hit from Ridley when he comes to pick you up.
Yep, so we'll see. I don't think he's going to grab that Ridley tank. Not looking like he will, as he's on the left side of the platform. So, yeah, Z will have to use 1 super to get out of the crate. To get out of the crate area, you have to shoot this little block.
Nice super drop.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
From the Zila.
Well, that worked out nicely. So yeah, Z's resources looking completely fine, extremely healthy, great supers. Powerbomb count is he is gonna have to get another powerbomb. Batoon is very likely to just help him out there, but he does want to get another powerbomb for that Dragon X Factor. Ooh.
Yeah, really good farm there from Duck. Full supers now.
And Duck's resources looking completely fine.
That he was so close to having that speedball.
Yeah, that Wasteland speedball is really, really tight. You know, especially if you go for like a 2-tap, it's really, really tight. Okay, so yeah, Z is gonna have to get a little bit lucky here. If he does not get a super from Batoon, the Dragon fight is gonna maybe have to be a 3-spark if that's the case.
Shoutouts to D Factor.
Oh, missing a super there. Okay, so definitely needs a few supers as well.
What?
Ooh, that's supers, but he does not have the power bomb. These Puyos, I think, have a 25% chance of dropping a power bomb, so
I think around there, yeah.
Super. But he's really looking for that power bomb. See if he can get one. 5 supers coming out when he didn't have that many to begin with. It's pretty wild.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
He has to... Yeah, he's just going for it. Don't those Puyos have like a 4% chance of super drop or something?
Yes. Him grabbing another super there is hilarious. And not getting the power bomb is, you know, in some ways it's kind of comical. Straight
into quarter halfy too.
Oh, yeah, that's not the way you want to fail that full halfy. That's definitely the slowest way to fail it. You know, the normal halfy is okay. But yeah, the quarter halfy is, it's you would rather have not gotten that at all.
Yeah. Also, we saw him not do any deboosts off the spikes. I wonder if that's explicitly because he's not using any power bombs, so he has to spark more.
It's potential. That is one way Zmusic can absolutely die. Dragon normally not necessarily the most dangerous fight if you have it relatively under control, but when you start missing a bunch of sparks and you have to spark like multiple times, then it gets really scary. You can easily lose you know, a minute even, like if you have like 50 health and you just have to do like charge shot missile strats on the Dragon.
I love the muscle memory here to still hold that charge shot anyway.
Absolutely.
I do the same exact thing.
Yeah. I feel like you get so used to it that part of it is like, that's sort of like the cue for you as well.
Yeah, you're timing with it.
Ooh, not getting... I hope Z doesn't spark here. Okay, he's going to...
Fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. that was interesting.
Right into the belly. Oh, nailing the spike suit.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you do 3 sparks, 3 pretty solid sparks into Dragon is not dead. You can almost certainly expect that Dragon is pretty much has like no health left. So Z opting to just do that diagonal spark right into Dragon's, you know, chest essentially, just to take her out.
Yeah, you can take a little bit from chain damage. I think my personal record is in the 500s.
I have most definitely gone into the practice ROM with max tanks, just trying to get myself killed. You can chain yourself all the way down to 0. It's
Jeez, bots
quite
one hooking
exciting.
up Duck too.
Oh my god! Wait, 8 supers? What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna have to investigate these runners for using MM2's ROM.
Yeah, I agree. I think something sketchy is going on here with both these runners coming out with 5 million supers, but um, you know, Duck actually has no missiles. I don't know if I've ever seen this before.
Yeah, I don't. I assume you can still get 2 with blue using only supers. It's probably easier.
Yeah, so the funny part is he's gonna have to use all 3. He's gonna have to use 3 supers to break the turrets so that he's not getting sniped in
Yeah,
the fight, and then he's gonna have to use 2 more to hit Dragon so that he can get the 2 in blue. But yeah, he's got the supers required for that. So he'll have to use 5 supers optimally here.
yeah. I'll tell you what though, I'm looking at Zmusic's resources right now, and oh, that's super Kojak there from Duck, not great. But Zmusic's resources are incredible.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is more than he'll ever have in like an actual PB attempt. It's looking real good right now. But yeah, Z definitely has a commanding lead at this point.
Yeah. And Duck goes for the rain dance strat. Oh,
Oh, that's not what you want to see. All right.
yeah. Did literally any of those particles hit?
The particles are gone, so I'm not sure, but
I mean, yeah. I guess they hit something.
yeah. So, if you don't get the spark though, I guess it's not really like at that point it's like whatever. I guess if the particles don't hit, we just have to spark 15 times and hope for the best. Hopefully Dragon doesn't just continuously swoop.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like as sad as it is to say, apathyduck's. Oh my God, apathyduck's game plan has to be assume Zmusic will die in Turian.
Yeah, this is a pretty significant lead. Oh, not getting that spike suit, unfortunately.
Million
But
power bombs though. Wow.
yeah, the absolute resource you don't want to see going into this, as there's pretty much only one use, which is maybe to get that extra Meridia farm. But you know what? That's okay. Duck will be heading out of this Coliseum, and Zmusic is heading into that Turian. But we have seen crazy things happen in Turian. Don't think Z is gonna end up dying unless something really bad happens in Metroid 1. But we probably can expect to see a save from Z prior to that Mother Brain fight, given his lead.
Yeah, he could die there once and still be okay.
Yes.
Any more than that, and I don't think so.
Yep.
That was a really neat grouping strat. I don't think I've ever seen that where you don't actually wear the Metroids at all.
Yep, absolutely. That is the optimal strat. It's quite hard. There's a lot of running, but not full running, that you have to do when you get on that platform. So yeah, Z definitely knows all the good strats for this Turian.
Alright, and this is a little bit scary.
Yeah, he's gonna probably want to missile these. Okay.
He's fine.
Yeah, and I think he got the boost here as well. Oh, no,
Oh.
not quite, but that's okay. He's got 4 tanks.
Yeah, Duck's resources are not looking as good.
Yeah, this is kind of more standard resources, I guess. It's like, and it's never that great. But
you would hope for at least one more missile so that you could missile a Metroid.
yeah, for sure.
Maybe from the pirates.
Yep.
Oh,
He's getting grabbed there. So, that's okay. He's still got a very significant lead here, but, that insurance that you want to take with that save, this could absolutely affect it. So,
yeah. And Zmusic faces left as the baby detaches, so that loses about that's like 40 seconds.
Pretty much. Yes, absolutely. I remember when I was getting grabbed by the baby all the time prior to really learning how to do that skip. I was getting yelled at a lot by not facing right because it's a little slower apparently. I'm not sure, but it's some amount of frames, but I got yelled
40,
at.
I think. Cutie has a comparison video with the description being like, saving time is not a meme.
Alright, so is he heading down? We'll see if he... And he does choose to save. Okay, wise decision. I think this is a great... Probably the correct race decision here. You know, that being said, if Z does like die late into the Mother Brain fight, that's... I don't know if he's necessarily going to be safe if that's the case, so... the save is good insurance, but if he takes a really slow death, that might not be enough actually. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like if he gets ketchup or something, it would be close at the very least.
Yes, absolutely.
Zmusic has enough health here to possibly, if RNG is on his side, survive a ketchup.
Yep.
But ketchup loves to double hit.
Oh yeah, definitely loves to double hit. When you get ketchup, you get like a huge glob of it, not just a little squirt of it.
Yeah, I love ketchup. I feel like people hate on it unnecessarily. Call it
yeah, we definitely
or whatever.
We have quite a bit of ketchup haters in the Super Metroid community, I believe.
Wow, Duck's resources are awful going into M2.
Ooh, that's not good.
Supers. That's ballsy. Imagine having 2 supers and still using your supers.
Yeah, he's gonna maybe have to reset this M4 if he wants to complete this run.
I mean, he could just get 6 supers from 3 Metroids. It's possible.
Okay, he's going for it. Okay, so I think he can still complete the game. Yes.
Yeah, he has to missile every single door, though.
Yes. Now here comes the first catch-up. Was an easy pattern. Now what Zmusic doesn't want to see here is some sort of onion ring meatball combo that gives him a tricky spot, but it looks like he's doing just fine.
Yeah, oh no, he doesn't have to missile every door. He just has to missile the first one and the Ghidorah.
Yep. Alright, and Zmusic absolutely putting on a clinic in this fight, getting through just fine.
He really thought about it there. I've done it before where, you know, you can actually get, well, double hit, it's complicated because actually most of the time you get double hit by Mother Brain. Sometimes you get triple or quadruple hit.
Yeah, so I've definitely lost several runs where I just run into Mother Brain and take 2 hits and it's not good. But I've also lost a race. I've lost a run where I didn't have under 300 or the requisite health under 400, and Mother Brain just opted to onion ring me in the face and kill me.
Yeah. So to answer a question in chat, if you have to refill missiles anyways, it's faster to get grabbed. Not in this instance. If you do not have wave, it is faster to get grabbed. But if you have wave, then baby cutscene takes a really long time still.
Yeah, that whole delay and the cutscene, it just takes forever. It's always faster in general to dodge the baby.
I hate to laugh. Poor dog.
Oh no. Love that.
You hate to see.
You do hate to see it.
At least it's in a time where he has already lost.
Is it completely unclearable at this point?
No, he just had to go back and refill his
Okay,
missile.
alright, okay. Yeah, so nice little meme to finish the race. But we do have Zmusic taking on Mother Brain 3. We'll be finishing up the escape. let's see what happens with the rest of this run here.
Let's see. Where is this run? Is this a loser's bracket or winner's bracket?
This is the losers bracket.
Okay, so Duck will be out of the tournament at this point, unfortunately.
Yes.
And who's Zmusic gonna face now?
Zmusic will be up against Stashio Cat in losers round fight 5.
Yeah, and it will be a losers round fight. That'll be a cool match to see. KPDR versus PRKD.
Absolutely, and you know, if the bracket continues to go towards the players that have the highest PB, we could very well see a Zmusic versus Imit rematch going into the losers round 6.
That'll be spicy.
Zmusic having gotten knocked out by Imit in the winners bracket, but both of them can absolutely meet up again potentially.
Yeah, I believe. Why? I believe at this point, of the people still in the tournament, Stashio Cat does have the worst PB, which is no shade to Stashio, but rather a statement of how good the runners are at this point.
Yes, absolutely. We're getting into those later stages of the tournament where it's just going to be elite players soon enough. You know,
100%.
barring some upsets, but you know.
Yeah. And Zmusic will be moving on after finishing this race with an official racetime.gg of just got it in the 44:59. GG.
Excellent. GG to Zmusic.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. We'll see. Having some issues with the SpeedGaming site. We'll see if we can get him in here. Oh, that's true. Omnigazer is still in it. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, Omnigazer. Duck having a little bit of fun there. Going on in style, as he said, unequipping that various suit. Ends up taking double damage from that rainbow beam. You know, goes out in the way that he wants to go out, and that is GG to apathyduck, getting rainbow beam blasted by Mother Brain.
What a match. Looks like they're both in the setup room right now, so they can come up whenever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. What a match. Alright, we are joined now by Zmusic and Duck. GG's to both of you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you.
Yep. GG. So,
GG, Doug.
Yeah, so Duck opting to unequip that Varia to get that double damage from that rainbow beam at the very end.
If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. There's no point in finishing that. Like getting 27 and then kojacking the super in the dumbest way possible. It's fine. Like if none of that stuff happened, I was gonna finish. But like, I mean, the movement was fine. Like, I mean, I closed my. Like besides. It was like I had 3 splits that were plus a minute, and then 3 splits that were like plus 5 seconds. So
you kojacked a super after the Metroids?
I 27'd, right? So I had to open 2 doors. I went back, refilled, and then and then instead of angling down supering the door, I shot it straight down into the ground. So I was at 26. So I had to open that door, go all the way back, and then I got back to Mother Brain, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go out in style here, and I just took off Varia for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that floor.
At least you didn't have like 26 leaving.
Yeah,
I mean, finish.
I honestly consider like, oh, I'm opening this eye door, I might as well just open the other one to play it safe. And then like I think one of my missiles got sniped too. Like it was just.
That's rough.
It was so dumb. And like, I mean, I was practicing beforehand. Like I didn't like every single moat I got across first try, and then every single Phantom was a 2 cycle, and then this is like 3rd try moat and a 6 cycle. So I mean, that's any percent. So whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like the early game for me was really strong. Like I was, for a race, I'm pretty happy with it. And then I like clicked on the stream and I noticed that it like froze for you guys or something. And like the moment I saw that, I just started losing time everywhere. And it's like the run just progressively got worse. So I was like, wow.
Yeah, we saw that. I think it was the 840 PB touch. And then I think you got that first try CWJ.
Yeah.
Things were looking really strong. We didn't get to see. Did you get health bombed on that Ridley fight? Because your resources didn't look too great coming out of it.
Yeah, so Ridley I almost died on. I went in with 5 supers, and I had like really low health. I can't remember. It's like an E tank and a half. And it was I played it safe the fight until the very end. And I just kept taking these hits and like she was dead, but she just wouldn't pick me up. And she kept hitting me. And so then the very last hit I was beeping. And she was coming down, her tail was like swinging all over.
Oh no.
This is
Oh. I wish we got to see that.
Yeah, I was clenched. I actually thought it was over. But I did take a save a few minutes before, so
I wanted to ask you about that save. So we've seen you in the past save prior to the LN elevator. I assume you didn't opt to do that, because Duck is running the new route variant where he's not going to have that much of a time loss. But you did opt to save prior to the Ridley fight. Was that because you took the hit from that Key Hunter on the way down?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was considering doing it, going into that room, but then when I took that hit, I just didn't want to take a risk because like if I would have like messed up and then hit the little hopper in the next room, I just would have been kind of shaking. And then I ended up like hitting the pirate going into the Metal Pirates room.
Yeah.
And like I had to super both pirates. That's why I had like no supers.
Oh, I had to
So
reset
it was
that.
it was terrible.
I just
I'm
reset
really
the room when I did
glad
it.
I had it. What's that?
I just reset, like I did this. I missed the spark. I sparked too far to the left where I just bonked the spark, so I just reset the room, and then I still bonked another spark, so I ended up using 3 supers. I only had 6 supers heading into Ridley, so it was a really long fight.
Yeah, it was slow for me as well.
Yeah, it just like it's all the for whatever reason, like I like never the part of Lava Spark I don't fail is bonking it, and I bonked it in my PB and I bonked it today, so I don't know what's going on, but like just all the like Fantoon moat, and then like some LN. I had to reset worst room in the game. I bonked a Lava Spark. I had to reset Metal Pirates. Like it was just a disaster. And then like Dragon got away from me. I bonked the door coming into Halfy. I blew Spike Suit. Like it was just like it was all the classic screw ups.
Everything,
yeah. I mean, like, not that Z's not faster than me anyway, but like honestly, the main difference between like me and like where he's at is just like he's way more like all those players are way more consistent than me. So like anyone who's like in this like 44 to 46 new route time is just like any given run can just explode like this a lot more than like the top guys. So like I mean like if I ran literally my last run was my PB against Scotty, and like technically that would have won here by 8 seconds, but it's just there's so much variance in this. Like my 4 runs in this is like it was like I ran like it was about a 45, but then I died, so it ended up being a 128, and then a 48 against Kip, which is like my worst run in a year, then a 44-51 versus my PB, and now this, which would have been like another 48 if it actually finished. So
yeah, it's a risky route, It's hard to pull everything off.
I mean, that's why like that's why I'm a proponent of Crate Second, because it's like there's already so much stuff in this that like like going to Ridley second before like 44 seems bonkers to me, because it's like there's so much that's just moat by itself and Fantoon, and then there's so much other stuff. It's just like, do you like that 20 seconds does not matter for until you're pushing like the higher times at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, that could have absolutely paid off. If Z actually ended up dying at that Ridley fight, having that extra information because you ran crate first would have definitely paid off in that situation. But he was able to
I think
that Ridley fight.
With the rest of the stuff that happened, I think he still wins. But I mean, I was kind of playing out the like once I saw him, like the stream died, and I was like, well, he could die to Ridley, and then like I saw him take that save, and like I didn't see him get hit, but like, yeah, I don't know if you were watching, but like, I'll also look a lot. I mean, I was behind, but I'll look a lot further behind because of the Crate Second thing. So,
Yeah. I forgot about that for a second. I was like, is he that far behind? And then I like caught up with me, and it's like, okay.
I mean, I was a good. I lost a good minute in Fantune. I had like a 15-minute grab or something. It was really bad. But
Yeah, I just forgot. I for some reason forgot about the crate first.
yeah. So like, it sort of would have been closer, and then maybe I play a little cleaner in the back half. But yeah. I mean, I didn't expect to win this one, obviously, but and if I have to PB basically to win, like there's only so much I can do. So.
But it's a lot of fun, man. Glad it happen.
I mean, I got my 44. That was my short-term goal. I do want to switch to Ridley second, go for the 43, but I'm going to be in the relay, so I need to swap over to RBO for like the next month. Plus, I got the SMZ3 tournament, so I'm happy to be out of it, honestly. So with getting the 44, I'm like, I'd say I'm done. Especially I knew I was playing Z today. I was like, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good here.
Yeah, Duck, the bracket definitely not being the kindest to you, having to face Kip pretty early on in that winner's bracket, and then pretty much immediately having to, you had some matches, and then having to play Z in this round 4.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm the only person who's played 242s already in this.
But yeah, so Z, you are the winner for today. So you are going to be playing Stachio Cat in Losers Round 5. And something that was interesting to note, assuming the highest PB winners go on and you are able to win your next match, you will actually be playing Imit again for the rematch in Losers Round 6. Do you have any thoughts on your upcoming matches?
I can't die to Ridley this time if that happens. I'd love to get another try at that race. I'm excited to race Stachio, but yeah, I think there's like a little bit of vengeance in me. I want to get a good race with Emmett, because I think had I not died, we would have had a really sick late game kind of race because we were so close at that point. But yeah, I look forward to it either way. Whatever happens, I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think the unfortunate part with the seeding is like I had to go against him my first match, and that death obviously put me back. So now, like, in order to get to the end, I've got to, how many races? It's like 10 races I've got to win.
I get at the start, end. But yeah, you have one more with Stachio. Assuming you can make it all the way to the end, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races, I believe. Maybe 6.
Yeah. But I've already done 5, so crazy.
Yep. Yeah, but absolutely. I mean, given that you have such a strong PB, you are definitely one of the runners that we can expect to make it pretty deep into this tournament. Really excited to see what the future holds.
Don't listen. He said that about me last match. I don't think he realized what was going on at that point, though. So
yeah, this route it can go into either way with this route. So
yes,
we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, like Z could win, but just the fact that he's got to just don't die in 80% 10 times in a row is actually kind of an ask. So
it is. That's why I'm taking all the safeties right now. Like, people keep asking why I keep saving, because it's like the odds of finishing 10 to 11 runs without dying. I mean, I already died on the first one, but I mean, from here on out, it's just kind of impossible. So until I absolutely have to cut these safeties, I'm just gonna take it. If I see that I'm like 30 seconds ahead, 40, I'm just gonna pick up an extra E-tank. Like,
yeah, I was hoping to
totally worth it.
Hoping to push you a little bit more on the saves, but I mean,
you did, because like the whole time I was thinking, okay, I'm definitely gonna go 2010, and then I was thinking about skipping the first save and then possibly skipping the E-tank. But once I had a little bit more of that lead, I was like, it's not even worth it. Just safeties.
Yeah, I just Ridley or Fantune put me too far. Yeah, it'd been interesting to see where we would have ended up if you. I think like we would have been in Ridley at the same time. Well, I don't know. I think you still have Cray. I don't know. So maybe like coming out of Cray, we would have been close. But if I had that same end game, then you wouldn't easily win, obviously. So
yeah, I don't know. My end game was probably the worst on this race, but nonetheless, still a fun race. Glad it happened.
Yeah, it's always fun. So it's just an excuse to improve your times.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, awesome race. I think we'll probably have to wrap it up soon. Glove, you have any last questions for our runners?
I don't think so. I'd just like to say GG to both of you. Really well played. Zmusic, best of luck in the future rounds of the tournament. And apathyduck, congrats on your performance. And I know we'll keep seeing good things from you in Super Metroid as a whole.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you guys for the commentary and stuff and the restream. Much appreciated.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with all of that out of the way, that's going to do it from us here at SpeedGaming. Be sure to go follow both of these runners. Go follow apathyduck. Go follow Zmusic. And if you would be so kind, go follow the comms as well. I've been Glove, joined by Eddie. And from all of us here at SpeedGaming, we'll see you next mission.
See you next mission.
See you guys.